I say for me, Sean, this was in addition to what you gave us the other day about business 101, um, and what it means. And now knowing the simplicity of what business is, literally just taking the gift, our innovations, and then just saying this is what I have to offer with the marketing. Like that was for me, that was simple, and then it adds purpose to it and a lot more understanding of
Very good.
exactly how I'm supposed to do what I'm supposed to do to get from crickets to digits.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Definitely. Anyone else?
I like how you tie it all together to where it does make sense for the whole, as a pic, the whole picture. You just tie it all together, because when you're in business and you're going through the motions, it more so comes in different parts and pieces, you know what I'm saying? So not being a technical person, and not being or be more of a analytical thinker, and being able to tie it into the big picture and put all the pieces together, and um, understand how to tie your branding into your marketing, into the analytics, and how to actually track your progress. That's a huge piece that's been missing for me, and something that I definitely know I need to take more time um, to figuring out and learning more on the back end of how to actually track what's going on, so that you can make the necessary adjustments, as opposed to just putting out posts and hoping that you get a call, you know what I mean? Just
Yes,
dropping
ma'am.
stuff off. So that's very, very valuable for me, and what I'm pulling out of it. Thank you.
Very good. Yes, ma'am. I wanted to say something too. What you said made me think of something that we used to say and we still should say, and that still holds true. Hope is not a strategy.
Mm, okay. Hope is
Hope
not
it
a strategy.
Nope. Hope is not a strategy. Never was. Hope was never a strategy. And that's why a lot of entrepreneurs, or so-called, well, realistically, entrepreneurs, want to be entrepreneurs, have come and gone because they hoped that they could get money off this internet thing,
Right.
but they didn't have a strategy. Hope
Yeah.
is not a
Strategy is
strategy.
everything.
Strategy is everything, and
Very
hope
much
is not that.
agreed.
Anyone else?
Yes, I have something that stuck out for me,
Very
and that
good.
is, yeah, where you said, "What am I the best at? What makes me different? If I'm standing in the middle of maybe 5 people offering the same service, same title, 10 people, 100 people, what's going to make people swim toward me
That's right.
as opposed to the other one?" So I've got to really dig deep. I believe I know what it is. Pretty simple to ID for me, but I got to really see if that's marketable. Like you said, the market has changed. It used to be knowledge, used to be information, but now I think it's a human touch. A lot of people are getting back in touch with their spirituality and looking for personal strength. And shoots, this is my forte right here.
That's right.
So, yeah, I just
That's right.
got
And
to figure out the messaging.
I did want to say to you that all you have to do is figure out the messaging, because there is a market for everything.
Oh, yeah, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
there's a market for these,
Right.
and there's a
Oh,
market
yeah.
and there's a market for these. They
They go
both
with
right.
everything.
They both right.
Right.
They're both black. But there's a market for one and there's a market for the other. They both exist in the same space. They both exist in Staples. They both exist in wherever you go to get this stuff. They exist in both places. So you can exist with your value. It's just innovating, making sure that it's authentic, it's real, people can identify with it, and then marketing it. That's all it is. These are purchased because they're put next to these. If the creator of these came to the market and said, "Oh no, pins are there. We don't have anything. We're not even going to exist or try to compete in the marketplace," then we would never buy markers. But because they presented themselves and they showed up, we buy them both.
See.
So if you show up and you dare to compete,
Yeah.
will win. That's what people don't understand. If you just dare to compete, you already won. Somebody wants what everybody on this call has.
And I think in this age, because I'm always saying, hey, where's the customer service? I was raised in a different era, but the customer service element is definitely missing, the human touch.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. Yes, it is. So you bring something of value to the market that may not be present anymore. And if you see a deficit that nobody else sees, that's a blue sea.
Okay.
That's a blue sea. You know who saw a deficit in the market that nobody else saw? Watch when I say this. Just mention some people. Mention anybody. Just unmute yourself and mention some people that saw something that nobody else saw. Gaps.
Me.
Huh?
Me.
Okay. But that's in the market right now. That's doing big numbers, huge numbers.
Jeff Bezos.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There was a gap in the book industry. You see that, Candace?
No, I don't.
There was a gap in the book industry. There were books and there were libraries and there was Barnes and Nobles, but he saw the online space coming to be, and he saw a gap. He said, "Ooh, I got to go to the library to get a book. They might not have the book. I got to wait for years. I got to wait for someone else to bring the book back to get the book." He saw a gap. He said he closed the gap and he made Amazon.
Oh, okay.
That was the beginning of Amazon. He saw the gap in the book market and he started Amazon. And then Amazon became the gap between every market, and it put Barnes and Nobles almost out of business if they're still around anywhere. And now he's the richest person that has ever existed by their accounts and standards because of innovation and marketing. So if you see a gap, there's no telling how big that gap will be until you lean into it. You got to lean into it.
Yeah. Yeah, I
So
started
lean into
research.
those gaps. Uber, that's right, another gap. Another gap. Uber Eats, another gap. They was getting a whole lot of money during COVID. Still are. They really came on the map. HubSpot, all of them little spots.
Yeah, DoorDash, all of them.
All of them got plenty money. Some people left their job for those because they felt more safe in the car, and they'll never go back to a day job because they found out how lucrative it was. They stand in the car. They working 4 hours, making 5. They working 4 hours and making 5 days worth of pay. Paying their own taxes at the end of the year. Entrepreneurs up. Let's grow.